The only function of a railroad, its only excuse for being, is to move freight quickly and efficiently between 2 points. It is a complex organism with many people contributing special skills that make the final product. The maintenance of steel rails and roadbed is of prime importance to that end product. This is the story of track maintenance on the Bangor and Aroostook, the men and the machines they use to keep the high iron smooth. Maintenance on the Bangor and Aroostook always starts in the winter months. Unlike other transportation systems, the railroad must move all its own snow and maintain its own right-of-way without tax money. If it were not for the damage done by frost and cold of winter, much of the expensive track maintenance could be eliminated. Many men and machines, like this spreader removing snow from a railroad yard, are employed in this task on main lines and in yards. Nearly $350,000 is spent each year on snow removal. Many summer machines do double duty in the railroad snow removal tasks. A power shovel removes banks from a railroad yard. A pettibone speed swing uses a bucket loader in snow. A pettibone speed swing with a snowblower attachment throws snow over high banks left by the spreader crews. A bulldozer clears a loading area. A crane removes an accumulation of snow from tracks at the railroad's derby shops. Four-wheel drive trucks are also used for the road's big snow removal job. A weeder with a power broom makes an efficient switch cleaner. A weed burner melts an accumulation of ice from a switch at the rail yard at Searsport. A summertime track maintainer also mounts a switch cleaner for snow removal. The Kershaw ballast regulator, equipped with plow and switch cleaner, does an efficient job of cleaning side track. The replacement of worn steel rail is a major maintenance job that lends itself to mechanization. The railroad replaces about 3 to 5 miles of rail a year at a cost of $45,000 a mile. Machinery has done much to eliminate the need for brute strength in rail replacement. Spikes are removed with the aid of a mechanical spike puller. A power wrench is used to remove the bolts from the rail joint bar, a machine that eliminates a lot of muscle and more than a few jammed fingers. A stubborn bolt is burned off with a torch, and the rail is removed, marked, and the joints matched for relaying in sidings. The tie plates are removed for reuse when the old steel is relayed. The plates on the main line will be replaced with new and larger plates to minimize tie wear. The spike holes are plugged with creosoted, hardwood plugs and tamped to provide a secure hold for the spikes. A mechanical adzing machine trims the hardwood plugs and planes a level bed on which the new tie plate is laid. An application of creosote oil to the freshly planed surface of the ties prevents moisture from damaging the freshly cut wood. A crew quickly sets the tie plates to the proper gauge, and the operator of a pettibone speed swing skillfully places the 1,500-pound, 39-foot steel rail exactly in its resting place. A single rail like this costs $120. After new joint bars have been applied, the track is spiked solidly with a pneumatic hammer. Railroad track, like anything else that men build, eventually wears out and must be renewed. After frost and ice take their toll of track, it's necessary to start the cycle of rebuilding. Today's John Henry that legendary man of railroad maintenance, gets assistance from mechanical muscles that make the legend tame. A mechanical tie saw makes the removal of old ties easy. The centers of the tie are removed with a pick, and a tie extruder pushes out the two ends. About 70,000 ties are renewed each year at a cost of $7.50 each. The tie bed scarifier prepares a bed for the new tie and places a new hardwood creosoted tie in position. Long steel fingers of the tie tamper pack the tie securely in the roadbed. A device called a rail snapper lifts the track so that the tie plate can be inserted between the tie and rail. The rail is spiked to the new ties with a pneumatic hammer, which does the work of 4 men using conventional hammers. A track liner equipped with a wire attachment places track in proper horizontal alignment to ensure a smooth ride for Bangor and Aroostook trains. Track that does not require major surfacing rehabilitation is the province of the surfacing crews. Surfacing track like this is a matter of leveling the track and smoothing the surface. A machine called a tamping power jack lifts and levels the track to the correct level determined by wire sighting devices on the machine. The power jack is followed by the giants of the maintenance tool lineup, the track maintainers. These large machines can completely surface and cross-level up to 1 mile of track in a single day. The railroad owns 4 maintainers, costing $50,000 each. Their job finished, the crew quickly moves to another location. In climates with a heavy rainfall and snow accumulation, drainage is a major factor in track maintenance. Erosion fills in ditches along the right-of-way, and they must be cleaned regularly to prevent ice and water from moving the track during winter and spring. The ditching and cleaning operation is one of the most important in creating minimum maintenance roadbed. The waste that's removed is dumped from air-dumped steel cars to widen the fill. Weed sprayers and modern chemicals are used to keep the tracks free of weeds. Weeds about the ties and shoulders of the track interfere with proper drainage and contribute to premature tie decay. The thousands of acres of right-of-way along the Bangor and Aroostook tracks requires major manicuring of brush and weeds for visibility and safety. Untrimmed brush also interferes with the railroad's own communication system. Yesterday's section man trimmed brush with his axe, but his modern counterpart is spared this tiring chore. Chemicals which kill selectively are sprayed from trains or high rail vehicles and do a thorough job of eliminating brush. The constant pounding of steel wheels over frogs and switches eventually batters even the toughest of manganese steel castings. Frog points are particularly susceptible to wear and are built up by welding at regular intervals. After the frog has been built up to the proper height, the slag is pounded from the weld. A grinding wheel, precisely controllable for height, is used to shape the built-up points to the correct profile. A major phase of track rehabilitation is the ballasting of the roadbed. Each year, the Bangor and Aroostook places new ballast under 15 to 20 miles of track at a cost of $8,800 a mile. Ballast is the material between the subgrade and ties that holds the track in line and surface. Ballasting is simply the building up of the roadbed to provide a clean, durable foundation for the ties and steel. The most suitable ballast material is crushed stone and crushed limestone from central Aroostook County, which provides superior drainage and long life. Before the mechanized crew starts work, the stone is pulled from the shoulder by a ballast regulator. This remarkable machine performs the function of a plow in reverse. The ballast regulator is followed by a yard tamper, which lifts the track to a height of 10 inches. The stone is carefully tamped beneath the ties, where it's used to anchor the track in a new position. The ballast regulator moves over the ballasted track, again trimming the ballast. Multiple tampers pack the stone firmly under the track with strong steel fingers. The final operation in reballasting is the sweeping of the track with the ballast regulator's huge broom, which removes loose stones from the tops of the ties. The ballast disker is also used on roadbed to aid in drainage of the track and for proper weed control. One of the newest of the railroad's automated machines is the electromatic tamper, a highly sophisticated device that lifts track and tamps it automatically. An electric eye on the leveling device in front of the machine picks up variations in the track level and transmits it to the control panel, from which electronic commands are sent to the jack and power tamper built into the machine. The operator wears a mask as protection against the dust and ear protectors against the roar of the powerful engine. This machine is so automated that it can operate unattended on straight track. When the leaves start to turn, and there's a hint of Aroostook winter in the air, the cycle is complete. The busy mechanized crews have completed their work. The track is level. The ballast is clean. The joints and frogs have been built up. The railroad's steel arteries are ready for the heavy traffic. Bangor and Aroostook diesel locomotives weighing 250,000 pounds, pulling the products of Maine's forests and fields, paper, pulpwood, and potatoes to the markets. Every railroader works for this one moment, when another train, carrying the raw material and finished products of a rich county, moves toward the market.